You can lose weight on any diet program or plan out there, probably a lot of weight, but can you maintain it? As a busy mom of 3, a high schooler, a middle schooler, and an elementary schooler, I found it extremely hard to diet. I was on this yo-yo diet cycle even before I had kids, until I created a new cycle. So today I'm gonna show you 4 practical steps that I did to create healthier habits, not just for me, but for my family, and I lost weight along the way. According to Science Direct, dieting is defined as an intentional, often temporary, change in eating in order to achieve weight loss. Psychologists and other medical professionals who understand dieting recommend that people who want to achieve weight loss don't use it via dieting. The often yo-yo diet cycle is not sustainable. Get off that cycle and create healthier habits that can be maintained over the years. Plus, you can help your family create healthier habits to lay the foundation, not just for themselves, but their future families. According to Psychology Today, habit formation is the process by which behaviors become automatic. They can also be deliberately cultivated or eliminated to better suit one's personal goals. So you want to lose weight and maintain it? Keep listening. Because remember, subtle changes done consistently in the present can create big changes for your future. Consistency is key. Do you have to tell yourself that you need to lose weight, then make all these best efforts to make the change, then get overwhelmed, then stop, then beat yourself up for failing, then just stop doing it completely? I've been on that negative wheel many times until I just finally got off. I finally realized all that negative thinking got me just a low view of myself and my body and really hangry. So here's what I learned that's worked for me. Shifting your mindset, meaning defining what your goal is, who you're doing it for, and why you're doing it, and then taking small steps to make subtle changes, and then practice and repeating those steps, and then remembering it's a process, letting go of perfection. Now let's dive into each step. Step 1, set the foundation. Shift your mindset from a self-serving goal to what I call a legacy goal. Define who you're doing it for and why you're doing it. For example, I realized that the goal of losing weight only served myself. Once I lost the weight, then what? I would usually go back to my old habits and then gain it back and then some. Then I had to start all over again and probably with a new current trendy diet. But until I shifted my mindset to what I call a legacy goal. So my goal is now family focused to get healthier, not just for me, but for myself, and teaching my family healthy habits and hope they teach their children, and so on. And did I mention weight loss was a benefit of this process? But it definitely wasn't the only one. And did you notice that the goal of me losing weight had one end? And that was once I lost the weight, my efforts would have a reason to stop. But then when I shifted to the legacy goal and focused on my family and myself and the generations after me, the goal became continuous. To help shift your mindset, here's some probing questions you can ask yourself. 1, what is your goal? And why are you doing it? Who does your goal serve? And what happens when you achieve your goal? How can you make your goal a legacy goal or evergreen, meaning a continuous journey? Step 2, pick one healthy habit to start and practice it until it becomes, well, a habit. Often diets and weight loss programs have a litany of steps that you need to take, or define foods you can eat or not eat, or eat something and that's different than what you're making your family, and then it just gets overwhelming. It's probably why I never stuck with a diet program for very long. So here's what worked for me. I became very intentional with small, subtle changes and then kept building on them. So have a specific habit you want to start, then do that consistently until it becomes part of your life. For example, I knew I needed to drink more water. So what I did is I bought stainless steel water bottles for the entire family, and I would carry them around everywhere, filling them up every time they got empty. And now we can't go anywhere without them. So not sure where to start? Start with what you're telling yourself you should be doing. And then break it down into practical steps. For example, if you're constantly telling yourself that I should work out more, I just can't find the time, well, turn that workout into practical steps of movement. For example, you could say, every Monday, Wednesday, I'm walking at lunchtime for 30 minutes. Or every time I get up, I'm doing 25 push-ups or reaching up to 25 push-ups and 25 sit-ups a day. And then just stick to it. Step 3. Then once you establish that habit, continue doing it, but then repeat step 2 with another habit. And then you just keep building on your habits. For example, I was a Diet Coke indulger, sometimes drinking 3 to 4 Diet Cokes a day. Well, I slowly started incorporating water into my life, hence the water bottle, and I always had it around. So my next habit was I stopped buying Diet Coke at the store and only drank it when we went out to eat. And now, after building that habit, I've probably had 3 to 4 Diet Cokes last year. Step 4 is remembering it's a process, and a slow one at that. Some experts say it takes 30 to 60, up to 90 days to create a habit and make it part of your lifestyle. So however long it takes you, keep at it until it becomes part of your life. For example, I love Diet Coke, but once I started, and it took me a long time to break that habit, but once I started incorporating water more into my life and established that foundation, and then I stopped buying it at the store and only looking forward to when we went out to eat, I slowly weaned myself off of Diet Coke. And I'll tell you what, it did take more than 90 days, but I don't crave it anymore. So you may be wondering, where's the legacy goal? You said that you're going to teach us how to create healthy habits for our family. Well, like I said, it's a process. You have to teach your kids by doing the habits you want them to learn. And along the way, tell them why you're doing it. You know that saying, kids learn more what is caught than taught? So as you live out your new habits, make them part of your life, then eventually your kids are going to have to follow along. Now the disclaimer. I will say that when I started this process years ago, when we already had some unhealthy established habits, it took me a long time to live out my new habits, which include the way we ate. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was, and sometimes is, still hard. But during those frustrations and during those days that it's extra burdensome, I go back to my foundation, step 1, and that is, what is your why? I had to remember my why. Why was I doing this? Who was I doing it for? So those frustrations are worth my goal of building a lifestyle of healthy habits for my kids, for them to learn to lay their foundation on. So I couldn't have done that with the goal only being losing weight. I needed a goal with value, substance, and that was bigger than me and worth the hard. So here are my steps again. Step 1, set the foundation by shifting your mindset from a self-serving goal to a legacy goal. Define what your goal is, who you're doing it for, and why you're doing it. Step 2, pick one healthy pick one healthy habit to start and practice it consistently until it becomes a habit. Step 3, once you have that habit down, continue it and then build on a new habit and repeat step 2, and then just keep building on. Step 4, remembering it is a process and a slow one at that. I'll leave you with this. Build your future change on the steps of small, subtle, present changes. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to be notified when more videos come out. I got a lot of tips that I've learned over the years and I want to share them with you. So most of them are how I broke unhealthy habits and I started new ones. I've just learned so many natural ways to help the body perform and how to heal. And I want to share these tips with you. So I'd love to see if you're ready to come alongside me on this journey and ready to create healthier habits. So comment the phrase, I want to start healthier habits too, down below, and let me know that you're ready to travel with me. Until next time, peace be with you.